Hello everyone. In today's video, we are going to understand one of the most important and powerful parts of the Indian Constitution, fundamental rights. Let's begin. Fundamental rights are not just constitutional provisions. They are the backbone of Indian democracy. They protect your freedom, they protect your dignity, and most importantly, they protect you from the misuse of power by the government. These rights are written in Part 3 of the Indian Constitution from Article 12 to Article 35. They are often called the Magna Carta of India because they guarantee essential freedoms to every citizen. The idea was inspired by the Bill of Rights in the Constitution of the United States, but India adopted and expanded it in a much broader and socially inclusive way. Let's start with the foundation. Article 12 defines the term state. In constitutional language, the state includes the central government, state governments, parliament, state legislatures, and even local authorities. Why is this important? Because fundamental rights are mainly enforceable against the state. Article 13 strengthens this by declaring that any law violating fundamental rights is void. This ensures constitutional supremacy. Now let's understand the 6 fundamental rights. First, the right to equality, covered under Articles 14 to 18. Article 14 guarantees equality before law and equal protection of laws. This means no person is above the law. Article 15 prohibits discrimination on the basis of religion, race, caste, sex, or place of birth. Article 16 ensures equal opportunity in public employment. Article 17 abolishes untouchability, making it a punishable offense. And Article 18 abolishes titles, except military and academic distinctions. Together, these provisions aim to build a society based on equality and social justice. Next comes the right to freedom, covered under Articles 19 to 22. Article 19 grants 6 essential freedoms: freedom of speech and expression, peaceful assembly, forming associations, movement, residence, and profession. These freedoms are not absolute. They are subject to reasonable restrictions in the interest of sovereignty, security, public order, and morality. Article 20 protects individuals in criminal cases. It prevents retrospective punishment, double jeopardy, and self-incrimination. Article 21 guarantees the right to life and personal liberty. Over time, the judiciary has expanded this right to include the right to live with dignity, the right to privacy, and even the right to a clean environment. Article 21A makes education a fundamental right for children between 6 and 14 years. Article 22 provides protection against arbitrary arrest and detention. The third category is the right against exploitation under Articles 23 and 24. Article 23 prohibits human trafficking and forced labor. Article 24 prohibits child labor in hazardous industries. These articles protect the most vulnerable sections of society. The fourth category is the right to freedom of religion, covered under Articles 25 to 28. India is a secular nation. Article 25 guarantees freedom of conscience and the right to profess, practice, and propagate religion. Article 26 allows religious groups to manage their own affairs. Article 27 ensures that no person is forced to pay taxes for promoting any particular religion. Article 28 prohibits religious instruction in fully state-funded educational institutions. These provisions maintain India's secular character. The fifth category is cultural and educational rights under Articles 29 and 30. Article 29 protects the language, script, and culture of minorities. Article 30 allows minorities to establish and administer educational institutions of their choice. These rights preserve India's rich diversity. Finally, the most powerful right, the right to constitutional remedies under Article 32. This allows citizens to directly approach the Supreme Court of India if their fundamental rights are violated. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar called Article 32 the heart and soul of the Constitution. The court can issue writs such as habeas corpus, mandamus, prohibition, certiorari, and quo warrantos to protect these rights. Originally, there were 7 fundamental rights. The right to property was removed from Part 3 by the 44th Constitutional Amendment Act and is now a legal right under Article 300A. During a national emergency, some fundamental rights can be suspended. However, Articles 20 and 21 cannot be suspended even during an emergency, ensuring basic human protection at all times. So remember this. Fundamental rights are not just exam topics. They are your shield in a democracy. They ensure liberty, equality, dignity, and justice. They empower citizens and limit the power of the government. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to Arora TNPSC for more easy and exam-focused lessons. See you in the next video.